Hey guys, this is Dave Bennett. It's January 1st, 2015, and I want to show you the Amazing List Cleaner version 1.6. It's funny that we still call it a list cleaner because it's really a lead capture tool by now. It's a very seriously cool one. Anyway, this isn't the full trainer. We got the full trainer in the upcoming videos, but this is just a quick intro. All I want to show you is this. I had a guy, and just show you an example of its usage. That's enough for you to get. Here's the point. This is a very simple, very cool, easy lead capture tool to be able to grab the right leads and efficiently contact them. Now, if you go to email people, you have to worry about spamming and so forth, and your emails getting blocked. But if you use contact form submissions, then there's no worries of spam, believe it or not. We go over that more in the training. I just want to show you how fast this can work. And you can use it to find pretty much anyone. The simple concept is this. If you have something to sell, and you just want to isolate the target market, one great way to isolate them is by interest level, and that is to isolate website owners. Now, that means, for instance, a guy got a hold of me just a while ago and he said, "Hey Dave, how do I find a bunch of people who are interested in Bitcoin?" I thought, oh, okay, so you want them to join your Bitcoin group, and if they happen to have downlines already, then you want them to bring their downlines in. Yeah, because then, hey, that's great, right? So who out there is selling stuff kind of like Bitcoin? Because if they're selling stuff like Bitcoin, then they could very well get interested in Bitcoin too. Example, Forex. There are a lot of guys interested in Forex, and so they offer Forex to their people. But then there are a bunch of guys who say, hey, Forex is kind of risky. Bitcoin's a lot less risky. Why don't we offer that as a second income stream? And that becomes part of a portfolio, say, where we actually have the safer investments and people can kind of like weigh their investments in that. So in other words, if we went after owners of Forex websites like bloggers and things who have their own Forex groups and their own holy cow ideas about how to approach investments in Forex, that's a tight group who could very well be interested in Bitcoin investments as well. And if they have a readership and they join your Bitcoin group and then they offer it to their people too, and maybe they join your group, why? Who knows? You got a couple of things you can send them that makes their life easy to understand how to get going, right? Whatever. So all you're really trying to do is offer them a link, and then they join. Maybe you've got some more stuff for them, maybe you don't. But just coming back to it, here's what you really want. You want 1,000 of the right people standing in front of you, and you want to just offer them to join your group. So if you look for guys who, for instance, have Forex websites or, for instance, have gambling websites, that's just two markets. Now, why website owners? Why not just go to forums? Well, you can go to forums as well. No one's knocking that. That's always a good idea. But why website owners? What's the advantage to website owners? Well, they're further into the game. They're not just newbies who are completely untested, untried, and don't know a lot about what's going on out there and don't necessarily have any sense of business, and maybe they're high maintenance, right? Now, when you're a newbie, no one's knocking you. Get in, dig in, learn, and grow, and move fast and figure things out. Yes, true, obvious. That's true. Do that. But when you're a seasoned marketer and you're just trying to go straight to the punch, usually you say this: I want to find guys who be interested in my thing, so I want to look in a certain industry or a niche. And then, depending on the thing I want to sell, I either want to sell it to newbies or guys who are kind of intermediate or guys who are advanced. All right. So if it's a tool for newbies, it's probably a cheap tool, a starter kit of sorts, some cheap way in the door. If it's to a group who's bigger, maybe you're intentionally looking for guys with downlines so you can rapidly grow. That's because you offer Bitcoin, and if you find guys with Forex downlines of 100 or 200 or 500 or 1,000 or 10,000 people, and you can find 100 of those guys, in other words, you're intentionally reaching out to guys who are advanced or intermediate to advanced levels, then you can have sudden huge downlines. They're going to offer Bitcoin through their group is another income stream all the way down the group. So, if everyone's selling product A, they're making their money from product A, but then you offer product B. Oh, great. Now everyone's making their money from product A and product B all the way through their downlines. Whoever's interested can get product B too. That's great. And when you have a bunch of people doing that, man, boom, you get a lot done fast, right? That's great. Now, here, how fast can that be done? Let me show you. With the new Amazing List Cleaner, and this is just an intro again, it's not the full trainer. Say I'm going to create a search, and I'm just going to go for some keywords. And I might say something like a Forex group, and horse gambling, I don't know, group or team or something like that. Let's say I could keep going, you know, easy Forex. What do you want to say? Oh, how about number 4 and an X team, right? Number 4 and an X group. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's like 5 different keywords here. I want to just suddenly find a bunch of people who have websites. So I go to List Cleaner, create the search. Bam. Again, it's not the trainer. This is just an intro to show you how efficient this is. Okay. So far, how much time have I invested? Some seconds, right? I just typed out some keywords that make some sense. Okay, now I got these 5 pages up. They're almost all the way up. So I right-click, copy all links, all tabs, all links. I just did. Back here, on to the next tab. Trim websites. I'm going to paste it here. Boom. Trim websites. Okay, done. That gives me this list. Shift Control down arrow. Again, all the stuff will teach you in the bigger trainer. Still, how long am I taking doing this? Not long, right? Watch this. Wow. I'm going to check the page rank of all those sites. It's 437 different websites that we found that are related directly to what it is that we were searching for. Okay? So what's the point? These guys are the guys we want to talk to. Now, this is in the industry or in the niche, right? But what we have to do is isolate the people we want, the guys who are beginners, intermediate, or advanced. That has to do with their page rank score. The higher their PR, right? Check PR. Okay, 435 out of 437, close enough. I don't need it to keep floating. I'm just going to grab this. The higher the number, the more advanced the guy. The lower the number, the more newbie the guy. That's perfect. That way you can figure out tools for advanced guys and tools for newbies. So I'm going to come back here, go to my next tab, folder, paste it as text, and then hit the website folder button. Okay. Okay, now here we go. What's our PR numbers? Our range. Okay, so the lower number and the higher number. All right, so are we selling a tool for beginners? Then we really want like 0 through 2. Are we selling tools for like intermediate guys? Okay. Then we went like 2 through 4. Okay. Are we selling tools for guys who are more advanced? Then we went like 4 through 6. Okay. So if you're selling cheap tools to guys who are just getting started and they got websites up, like, you know, WordPress websites or something, they just got started. They're really new at this. They're not very far in. Then 0 through 2 is perfect. And so you're selling cheap tools because that's all they can afford. But if you're selling a couple of $1,000 tools, you know, then you probably want to go for PR2 to PR4. If you're selling tools for like, you know, $10,000 or more, you know, big tools to bigger groups you can use it, then you're talking 4 to 6. Well, that's it. See, you get to pick based on what you're trying to sell. Let me just say 0 to 2 is probably the right number. I could go 0 to 3, you know, if I think it's more of a beginner through intermediate level or something, and I just kind of want to stick with that lower end. Include NA or not applicable. See, there are a bunch of websites that are applicable or not applicable. There are a number of them, and some of them are doing well, some are not. They're doing poorly, and you can never tell. So it's a 50-50 whether you want to include it or not. I might say no in this case. May or may not matter to me, but I might just want to get rid of the possibility that they're doing really well and just stick with the low end. Okay? Or I'll say, well, some of them are going to be in my market. Why should I lose out on that? I don't care if some of the other guys see. It's not that big a deal. If they see, it's not that competitive. But what I do want to get rid of are all the big websites. Look at this. Meetup.com is a page rank 7. I don't want to contact those guys. They're wasting my time, right? They're not going to be interested in anything. They don't need me. Forex.com. They're not going to need me. They're a page rank 5. Facebook.com. I don't have anything to sell Facebook. Right? And so I get to get rid of everything that isn't the right kind of lead by doing this. Okay. So not only did I get all of the websites, okay, forexgroup.com.au. It may sound like an incredibly huge website, but it's still a PR 0 through PR3. Okay? So they're not doing that well. The name, man, in the old days, you just didn't know what to make of the name. But now, it doesn't matter. Look at that. Horse racing and betting systems.com. This guy's probably a PR0, you know, with a really cool name, but still a PR0. Okay. So anyway, check that out. Now what? Okay. Now I'm done with this basically, except that maybe I want to grab emails. So if I did want to grab emails, let me just show you this. Okay. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. Again, the full trainer's inside. So I got my list. These are different stacks. The question is, how many tabs can you open at one time? Let me tell you what I mean. We're going to open our tabs in Firefox. right next to each other. See, this is a tab, right? And then if I hit the plus sign, I get a new tab, hit the plus sign, I get a new tab, right? Well, as you know, if you keep opening more and more web pages, you bog down the browser and your computer slows down, right? Well, some computers can handle 5 tabs opening at one time. Some computers can handle 10, some 20, some 30, some even 40, right? Like I can open 40 at a time. Takes a while for them all to load up, okay? Maybe it's too much. Maybe I'm more interested in opening like 10 or 20 at a time because it's faster for me. What's the difference? Well, here's what the difference is. We had all these websites in this list. How many have we got, by the way? Let me just see. Okay, 180. Well, if we're only going to open like 5 at a time, then we're going to have a bunch of these groups to go through, right? If we're going to open 10 at a time, then we've got like 18 groups to go through, right? 171 through 180 would be 10. And so, you know, we'd have 18 groups, okay? And so on, okay? So if I open 10 at a time, there should be 18. If there is 19, it's the residual. It's like there's one more at the bottom or something like that, right? But check this out. If I open it, if I just click on it and open it, just showing you. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I went to open it, nothing happened, and now I see why it's empty. It just accidentally got created with the last line break. So, you know, I can delete it or not. It doesn't matter. Here, watch this, though. Let me just start at the top. Okay? Boom. And so when I open this, it's going to open 10 tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what's cool? These are all PR0 through PR3. Whoa. If that's what we chose, right? That's a PR2, 158 pages. They're in the game. You know, they're not newbies. I'm not going to have to spend a lot of time explaining the difference between left-clicking something and right-clicking something and explaining to people why to get a website. No, they're in the game. I mean, they may have members. They may have a newsletter. They may have people who are interested in what they have to say. So I should make them an offer to join my group. I teach them. Maybe I hop on a webinar with them if I'm that gutsy, if you're that far along. Or maybe you're just trying to give them your link and see if they're interested. Maybe they'll click on it. Maybe they'll get interested and join, and then they'll make you some money. And if they offer it through their downline because they like it, then they can make you a lot of money. So if you did want to put a little time in, it could well be worth it, right? So what about this? This is just a Google tab, okay. This is another group. Again, a PR3. Ooh, they've got 11,400,000 pages out there. Maybe they'll be interested, maybe they aren't. Okay, I'm a U.S. resident. Leave the website. I'm not a U.S. resident. Continue to the website. Is that not wild or what? What about them? Okay, PR1. They got a lot of pages, but they're just a PR1. They're not that far in the game. They probably have enough going on, though, to catch my attention, and I'd be interested in sending them something, offering something, right? Who knows? And again, you can go through these and make decisions as you go, right? What's the point I want to make? There's 2 ways to get the contact information off of tabs like this. One of them is to hit this, and it'll give me all the emails that just show up on any of those pages. So I know that there's 2 emails across all those pages. There could be more by going to the Contact Us page, right? Like if I go to the Contact Us page, okay, and it goes there, and I hit this again, if there is a 3rd email, it'll point it out, okay? Boom. All right, now, same thing now. Okay, if I were to do this right, what do I know? If there was a Contact Us and I hit it, okay, I could get the Contact Us. If I go here and hit it, I could get the Contact Us. Or just skip it if it's not readily obvious, right? Who cares? Boom. See, I got more now, right? And then I can just keep making the offer. Now that's if you're doing emails, okay? And I got more now. So see, it takes no real time to find the right guys so that we can send them our message. By the way, okay, and I got more. Check that out. So, you know, it just keeps on going, right? And more. And that was just 10. Because guess what? Now we get to hit this, then hit that, then hit that. So what can I do with those emails? Here's the point. I can copy them. I can just, you know, just showing you again. I can say copy. And I can just come here. And I can stick it on my trim emails list. Or I'm going to trim. By the way, what's trimming mean? What's the reason for trimming websites and trimming emails? This is to make sure you don't accidentally mail the same guys twice. Okay, so every time you paste in a new stack, it'll compare your new stack when you hit trim websites against your old stack of everything you've done, and it'll put the results up separately. Now that I'm done with this, by the way, I can just delete it. Okay, all those are in this list now because they're assumed to be done, right? I can save it and continue. All right, and then trimming email, same thing. You don't want to keep emailing the same people over and over again, right? And I can delete one if I don't like it. Like if I see two of these, service at and info at, maybe I'll just get rid of them. One of them that I don't want, whatever, no big deal. Like there, clear contents or delete, just to scroll things up. It doesn't matter. The point is I can get my emails this way if I want to do email marketing. Now, for those of you who are clear on email marketing, this is the way to go. Now, what's the advantage again of opening 40 tabs at once? That you can just do this a lot faster. You don't have to go through all the batch files. If your computer can handle 40 at once, you only have 5 of these and you'll cover all of them, all those results. You get a lot of emails. Again, that's for emails. What's better than that? Let me show you step 2, because this is the other thing that we're doing that's easily as good and just as cool. By the way, what's the point? Let me just put this in as a simple idea, because this is for contact forms. But for emails, it's pretty simple. It's just send from your email address. Your subject line is whatever you want it to be, like Bitcoin, add this income stream. That might be what I'm sending all those guys. Bitcoin, add this income stream. Okay, it's enough to catch attention. It's a curiosity-based approach. The body, Bitcoin is one of the coolest investments for you and your members. It's legal, it's easy, it's gaining popularity, right time to buy, and has almost no possibility of crashing. Our Bitcoin group is strong and growing fast. Yeah, because you're mailing everyone right now. So it's strong and growing fast. I mean, use this kind of clout to your advantage when you can, right? So even if you're a newbie just getting started, if you feel comfortable with the idea of running a Bitcoin group or chatting about it or offering people tools to help them go because you know a thing or two about it, then you can already be saying this because you're already getting into the game of marketing, and it will grow. And so join us now, and you'll have your link, and you might close it with something like, whatever, best regards, John. Okay, that's it. This is how you get your link in front of people's faces, right? Whether you're doing it with email or doing it with contact forms. Now, what kind of a return rate do you think you're going to get with contacting the right people in the right industry and already separating between newbies, intermediate, and advanced? And talking about for you and your members, to cover both groups maybe, but sensibly, right? People connect with that and it makes them feel better and stronger. Because even if some of them are all by themselves right now, you're making it sound like they're going to grow. So that's a good thing to say. So whatever, what's the point? The point is I can get this message to all the right guys. The guys that I'm grabbing, either the email addresses or, and this is the other one, contact form submissions. What's the difference? The difference is you can't get hit for spam when you fill out these forms and send it, even if you're using your email and your name and everything. Even if you're using a legitimate email and a name. That's just email marketing rules, okay? This form means that they are sending it to themselves with their own mailer, so it cannot block your email address, even if you put it in here. Because it's not emailing from your server. This is just so they know how to get back to you. It's emailing from their own mailing server to themselves. If they're trying to claim spam, it would be on their own mailing server. Now, how fast can you fill these forms out from page to page to page when you open 10 or 20 or 40? Let me show you. I can hit this guy, and I can hit it once. And you know what? You got the name, got the email, got whatever I wanted my subject to be, got whatever I wanted the message to be, even if the message is pretty long, all the way down the page, okay? I can send it, or send it to, even click to send a copy to myself and send it if I want to follow up with these guys later. Isn't that weird? Not just that, let me show you more. Any other pages that already had forms open on them, because I can go through and find the forms real fast by just clicking on the Contact Us button and seeing if they have a form. Take a look at this. This automatically filled out at the exact same time when I hit the button. So now all I have to do is type this in and hit submit. You get it? There's the name, email, phone, a message, and just type in the text and hit submit. What do we got here? Oh, okay. It couldn't capture that because it's in a different language. That's all right. I don't need to talk to them. Okay. let's say I had an English tab, I could have glanced for it. It doesn't matter if you shut a bunch of them down if you don't find what you're looking for right away. That for beginners and traders. If I don't find what I'm looking for right away, I'm not going to waste my time. It's not worth my time to search. If I don't see a contact us link really, really quick, or if I don't see a form to fill out really, really quick, I'm just shutting it down. Boom. Okay. If they make it hard to contact them, I'm not going to try to chase that down. And then when I'm done, look at that contact, just to make the point, right? So there we go. Either I can email them. Again, I could save the emails, right? If I need to clear it to just make sure I get the email right off this page only because it's new, there you go. I copy it, and that way I can add it to my email list, right? Then when I mail them, I'll put that on my done list. See? How's that for awesome? And when I'm through with those, I'll move on to the next guys. And what's my point? My other point? If you're using the contact form method and you can open 40 at a time, then when you hit the button to auto fill in the contact forms, man, it'll fill in as many as it can across all 40 of those at once, wherever it can find a contact form on the main page. So you might just knock out 18 or 20. What's the point? You're contacting people at a terrific rate of speed. Imagine again from the beginning how fast this went. Let me just show you. And let me show you one last idea. Okay, I'm going to walk in. Let's say I wanted to get plumbers. Okay, some of you guys remember, some of you guys don't. I just want to show you an example of something else like geo-targeted search, brick and mortar. For those of you saying, what if I want to offer a plumber a better website? Okay, all right, let me just show you. Let me get rid of everything here just for the heck of it, because I didn't actually do anything with any of these guys anyway, so I don't want to put them in done columns really, because I didn't do anything with them, right? Wherever I was, maybe there or there. Okay. And that way I can just clear them out. But normally you would not clear these out. You would save this information as done, right? When you contact them, you don't want to contact them again anytime soon. Although you can save these lists. Some of you guys are just going to make lists with this stuff and sell it to people. Watch this trick. I'm going to go list cleaner. Maybe I want to reach out for plumbers, but I don't want to reach the same, or plumbers, sorry. For example, as a keyword, okay? I'm thinking this, a geo-targeted keyword, Abbeville, Alabama plumber. I might think of that as a keyword, okay? But I don't want to do Abbeville, Georgia plumber, Abbeville, Louisiana plumber when I think, okay, other guys are getting this thing. And so I want to just sort of like randomly do it. Watch this. If I hit random sort, it'll just sort column A. That's it, all done. There, now, that way when I do like, let's say 10, I just want to show you the point. If I do 10 at one time, I can just save this, right? Like that way I can keep track of my progress. Then watch this. That's going to be my new search. So I'm going to copy that and paste that for create search. It's okay that it takes up A and B. That's perfectly fine. I'm going to hit create search. It's done. And again, watch this. Wow. You know what it's going to do? Open 10 tabs, 100 results deep per tab. That's 1,000 results plus extras minus whatever happens to be duplicated in those results. Point is, I'm getting all these guys and not getting too far. I'm only going 100 results deep. That's 10 pages deep on this keyword plus 10 pages deep on that keyword plus 10 pages deep on that keyword. How do you see that? Look at this. This isn't just 10 results. This is 100 results on one page without clicking to page 2. I don't need to click to page 2. But in this case, page 2 is the second 100. Okay, so I could manually click page 2 when I'm done grabbing all the links off of page 1. I could go through and click all the page 2s and then copy all those links if I really wanted. But I don't. I don't want to get that far away. So check this out. Trim websites, just to show you again how fast this is, right? As a contacting tool. Trim. Okay. Control Shift down arrow. Control C. Go. That way you can see how fast this is without all the talk, right? 569. Everything else was just duplicates, other pages of the same domain showing up in the search results. Look at how fast this is isolating my market segments for me. Do you get it? It's indexing and segregating my market segments into guys with high page rank, guys with medium page rank, guys with low page rank, right in front of my face. And it's doing it incredibly fast, right? I mean, really, I could hold my breath and wait for this thing almost, right? It's virtually done. There, got it. So I'm going to go down. I'm just going to grab it, go up. It's kind of easiest to go from the bottom up. Don't ask me why. Okay, I got it. Copy. Okay, come back. And again, I'm just showing you how fast this really and truly is. Okay. Paste. As text. Now, filter. Okay. What do I want? Maybe 0 to 2 include NA, right? Okay. Wow. Okay. And how many results? I'm just curious. All right. 205, right? Okay. Let's just kind of like save that for the moment and assume all I want to do is contact forms. So I don't need to save anything. No saving emails. Once it gets done with the websites, it moves. It saves them to the done column. Okay. So like, let's say I'm doing 20. Again, not the full trainer, but it's enough for you to see what's going on, right? And look at that. There's already contact forms showing up. Let's say I want to stick with the contact forms, right? Well, I could hit the button to fill them out, but I may as well wait for these tabs to load first, right? Then I'll fill it out. That way it gets all of them for sure. And by the way, if it is taking too long to load, then that just means some of these sites have videos and stuff playing, and so they're putting more pressure than I need. So I just back up. Yeah. All right, let's do that. Yeah, that's way better. It's just about done. And again, it just depends. So now watch again. If I'm not interested in emails, I'm just going to close any website that doesn't have one. Check that out. It's all filled out. I just type in the characters and hit submit. I can deselect that, right? Boom, on to the next guy. And if I don't see a form here, I'll click contact us. Just because it's the quickest way to do this, right? And if I don't see a form there, if I'm not interested in this, if that's not the thing I wanted after all, I'll just close it. Okay. If I see only an email, no contact form, I might just close it, right? I don't need to stick around. If it's something else, it's something else, that's okay. I just close it. But do you see how quickly we can go through and decide what we want, what we don't? You can absolutely get things figured out very quickly and deal with these one after the next. Okay, I think you get the point. And also just, when you get done with one list, go through the next, right? When you get done with that, go through the next, whatever. But you're just contacting people constantly. There's one other point I want to make. Like when you see results that don't relate necessarily, okay, that's kind of hard to control, right? Because in this case, you're trying to control Google results itself. You're not going to be able to do that directly. But what can you do? The answer is just get better at your upfront keywords. Okay? So instead of just saying something like plumber, say plumbing company, right? If that's what you were looking for, or anything else. So instead of saying the one thing, just be more correct, right? Plumbing, say. Okay? You could even say residential plumbing, just so you can see it. Or commercial plumbing. Okay. We don't need the last one. Clear. Whatever. So again, I could do this again, right? Oh, well, that's in the right place, so I could just do it. All right, create the search, all done. If I already had one, it'll just create another one, so that's the one, right? I'll grab all my leads off of all of these results. Isn't that wild? The ones that came before I don't need anymore. I think I just, because I closed it indirectly, it was saving them. Whatever. Okay, there I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Copy all links, all tabs, all links, close. Okay. Come back. Wow. And then continue. I'll just paste that in. Paste. I don't paste over the new. I paste right underneath it, right? And I can get rid of these results now, delete, because I'm done with them. And I can just hit, trim websites. And it's done. And again, Shift Control down arrow, Control C. Okay. And I'm off to the races to check page rank. And from there, you know the rest of the story. All right, I have beat this horse dead. I think you understand just how cool this is. Awesome little tool. So what do I want to point out? Because it's the new year, okay, I don't need to save this stuff right now. Because it's the new year, just so you know, this is coming out really, really cheaply on our website marketingsolutions.com purchases page. So just go to website-marketing-solutions.com. And if you do that, okay, you'll see the front page. We don't really use the site anymore directly, except this is sort of the home for all the products that we're selling. So website-marketing-solutions.com and hit strong tools. And when you do that, that takes you here. This is that thing. It's our lead capture and list cleaner version 1.6. It's got all the instructions, everything you need to set this up right. This is it. Okay. So it's just 20-some bucks right now for Happy New Year. After that, it's $97 bucks. Okay. So you're saving 70 bucks if you get it now. Get it before January 5th. Okay. While it's cheap. And why not get it? It's an awesome little contacting tool for lining up just the right guys and reaching out to them. I put out an offer to plumbers and I had a 1 in 40 response rate. So think about it. How long would it take you to send 40 of those out? If you were sending an average of one out every, I don't care, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, it would take you like 5 or 6 or 7 minutes to contact 40 guys, and somebody will contact you back or they'll come to your website and look around. That's crazy cool, isn't it? And that's really, really efficient and easy to get a lot of people helping you do it and splitting payments with them for getting leads to your site so that you can get sales so that guys can get paid. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do once you understand that method and start using it. And again, if you're just using those contact forms, you can basically spam people all day long through those forms, and it's not a problem. If they want to try to deal with that, they got to put a blocker on it. Like caption. Most people don't have any interest in just contacting people through the same form anyway, you know that. But because we do list clean, then you're not going to contact the same websites twice, right? So there you go. You're not spamming. It's just one offer per website anyway. Okay? And since you're using their contact forms, you're not putting an email address at risk. So yeah, you can use this method to contact people all day long with offer after offer, changing up the wording, whatever it is you want to do to increase your conversion rates. And as you do better, great. As you find new tools to put through guys who are intermediate, advanced, or newbies in whatever industry, online or off, just keep selling stuff. I mean, how hard is it to get those messages out when you can use contact forms and do it for free, right? 27 bucks. Okay, get it now before January 5th. It's normally 97. And it's great. It'll come with a profile that shows you how to, what I mean by the profile is this. This guy right here that I clicked and it filled out all the forms. Okay, it comes with a profile information, how to set it up, and the profile I built with it that's very efficient. It fills out most forms quite well. Okay, gets a lot of your work done for you. Okay, and it comes with everything else. It comes with this whole copy all links. It shows you how to get that. It comes with this email extractor. It shows you how to get that, how to set all this stuff up. If you want the web rank toolbar, that's a piece of cake. You can go get that too. It's called Web Rank Toolbar. It's an add-on for Firefox. And you're off. And it shows you where to go to get also the bulk page rank checker that we use to do the really fast bulk page rank checks. Okay, it's all there. 27 bucks. Okay, get it now while the getting's good. And there you go. Happy New Year 2015, our first great contacting tool. So this is our first big contribution of the year to you guys to make your life really easy and to get you out there, get you selling fast. All right. Thanks for watching.